Well, welcome to Expository Preaching at the College of Biblical Studies. My name is Dr. Joel Badal, and I'll be serving as your instructor for the next 7 weeks in this self-paced course. My job is to help you move along in your preaching skill and also reinforce previous knowledge that you already have in terms of preparing a sermon. Over the next 7 weeks, you'll utilize previous skills in other classes such as hermeneutics, advanced biblical interpretation classes, and honing in on the skill of observation, interpretation, and eventually going into application. Your job over the next 7 weeks is to study the book of James, and so you'll pick a primary passage chapter and I also provide the division in which you'll work from. You'll select that chapter, begin working through your observation and your exegetical summary of that biblical passage. Each week, it's really important that you look at each week independently of each other. There is ample videos and audio lectures on preaching and how to capture the biblical text and then present it in a audience or local congregation, youth ministry setting, and alike. I would really and strongly encourage you that you would spend time listening and watching those videos because they're helpful, number one, in the discussion thread for your posting. You're supposed to post at least 300 to 500 in terms of words for that individual post. Now, recognizing the small quantity in this class, all you're to do is post once and then move on to your assignment for that given week. Again, there is no expectation in this course because of the small quantity for you to interact with the other classmates since there's such a small roster for this summer course. But go ahead and post once, and then I will look at your comments and provide some feedback as I am able to and can provide that each week. You want to stay up on your assignments. Think about your biblical preaching. Your biblical preaching sermon is due week 6, but you have all the way into week 7 to complete the entirety of that process. So while it is due in week 6, you get that extra buffer week to finalize the details and upload it to YouTube or Vimeo or another platform of your choice and provide me the link so that I can listen and watch and provide an evaluation. In week number 7, you have a discussion thread associated with student evaluation. That is your job to go back into your sermon and really provide a self-critique of how you did, areas that you can improve on. And then I will likewise listen to your sermon and then provide the faculty feedback on areas that you could improve and strengthen in terms of your preaching delivery. I want to encourage and really straightforward, be honest with all of you here and say that each one of us can strengthen and grow and mature in our biblical preaching. None of us have arrived. And so every week is an opportunity to hone in on those skills that we're weak in. Maybe it's our delivery. Maybe we didn't spend much time in our thinking about such as illustrations and practical application. We were very focused on the biblical text, which we should be, but in terms of opening up and trying to get this to apply to the audience in which God has assigned to us. So it's a work in progress. None of us have arrived. And so be encouraged about that preaching development in your own life. And then as we move along, we'll work toward honing in on that skill even more and then offering up some assistance along the way. There is a book critique that you need to begin reading in week 1 in the climax of all the way to the conclusion of week 7. That's when it's going to be due. It's about 5 pages long. Your final exam is the sermon. So the sermon from the book of James, you need to choose one passage, and I assign the verses that you'll focus in on for your sermon for your final exam. There's no written exam, but there are written assignments or assessments that you are required to complete for this course. You have 7 weeks to complete it. If you have chosen a pass-fail option, you need to email the registrar's office so they know ahead of time. Please copy me in that communication, and we'll be sure to work with you in obtaining that pass-fail option for this semester. Looking forward to interacting with you. If you would like to set up a private conference call where by phone and or by video, I am open to doing that with you. Please email or text me some appropriate dates and times that would work in your schedule, and be glad to set aside some personal one-on-one discipleship opportunities for this course.